What is going down? We are live. We are live. The thingy's ticking. We got about a 2 hour drive, hour 30 minute, or oh my god, I can't even speak. 124 miles, 2 hour drive. It's game time, fellas. Let's roll. Let's roll. I was gonna get an energy drink, but I can't freaking find a gas station. Sad day. Damn it. I might have to do a pit stop later. Darn it. What's up, devils? Welcome to the compound. Come on in. Come on in. If you're new here, welcome. More people the merrier. I went to a Hindu temple yesterday. It was freaking sweet. It was beautiful, man. It was a big old church temple type deal. Look at this guy's on his computer. This guy's jamming out to mariachis. What is the world coming to? I do want an energy drink, though. It's killing me. I do have my water, but let's get out of Dodge before, I guess before we pull over. Here comes a 2 to the 3 to the 4. Have you liked and subscribed? That's a good question. That's a good poll for a nice chill one for today. Nothing too wild. I think the world's been crazy enough, man. Good morning, America. Good morning, Vietnam. What's up, Lo? How you doing, brother? How you doing, man? Good in America. Oh, my great country. It's so honorable, and the people that speak for us are so insightful. You know, why wouldn't it be a great morning in this beautiful country with Kamala and our dead president? Weekend at Bernie's president. Come on, man. I'm doing great. That's good, man. That's good, brother. Good to hear, man. I'm just getting warmed up today, dude. I haven't fully woken up yet. I'm trying to get out of the slump, but I'm doing good. Everything's smooth. Back to work. I bought my plane ticket for Egypt, which is cool. So that's happening. I don't think they're gonna have that there. That's definitely happening. It's gonna be interesting. That will be next year sometime, March or something like that. March or April. Crazy. Is he still missing? Biden? Dude, I just saw him the other day sitting down with some people from some damn place. Yeah, it's pretty, he's walking, he's pretty much dead, dude. Yeah, it's kind of sad, but we just need to get through the next couple months here. I mean, we got September, October, November is the election, November 5th, I believe, and then December and January 10th, the new regime takes over. That's going to be one hell of a ride, dude. I don't think they're done trying to kill Trump, man. You know, I think the people that are in charge now have been in charge for quite some time. The baby boomers, you know, there's a lot of them. There's a lot more of them than my generation. So they gotta, and they went through some wild times. So they're doing a lot of weird stuff. We'll see, man. We'll see how it goes. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to. I mean, there's no way they're just gonna let Trump run, man. There's no way. There's got to be another plan. There's got to be a plan of attack somewhere. I don't know who will do it. Oh my God. Darn it. But Kamala's all out there changing her voice and we're gonna win this election, y'all. And she does the hillbilly voice to win over those demographics, dude. It's a sham. I think now more than ever with X and all the Instagrams and Facebooks, people can hopefully figure out the bullshit. Because that's what Clinton used to do. Hillary used to go around changing her voice. But if you're not Kamala's a clown, yeah, dude. Yeah, we're in deep shit if she stays in trouble or if she stays in charge. But yeah, Clinton used to go around changing her voice when she would go down south. She would talk about the steel mills or whatever, and she has no idea. Those people like that have no idea. They've never worked a day in their life. It's disgusting. I don't know how to change that, man. At least Trump has built built buildings. He's hired a ton of people. He's done a lot of things, and J.D. Vance, was a Marine. Seems like he has a good head on his shoulders. I don't know what other jobs he's had, but definitely something different. We need more people in there that know how to work in a company, and most people that are in office don't. If you're 60 years old and you're still working, I think you should be retired. That was the whole goal of America, was to work, and pay your dues, and and if you still want to work past that, that's fine, but not for politicians. Biden's 80, 81, or 80, whatever. I would never listen to an 80-year-old ever. There's such a gap in age, it doesn't matter. Imagine if you had to listen to Putin. Putin's like, what, 70 or something? No. Putin thinks there's Nazis still in Ukraine, dude. I don't even know what that means, really. Nazism. Ruski. And Ukraine's punching a hole through Ruski territory. Hey, I got a lot of Japanese listeners out there. Hey guys, what's going on? Good Japanese fellows. Yeah, I got like 4% of listeners that are Japanese. It's pretty cool. If you're French, you can not listen, and or England, it's okay. I don't know. I say it every morning, but no one likes you guys. I'm just kidding, dude. I'm just kidding. Damn redcoats. Yeah, and if you go to like Africa, what is it called? It starts with an M, but they speak French out there, and it's very strange. Still to this day. All the colonizations, or whatever that word is, back in the day. It's crazy. Yeah, I finally caught up with the UK protest out there, and you know, the people and the actual citizens of the United Kingdom are actually pissed off that there's too many immigrants, and in England, everyone pretty much has been on that land forever. It's not much bigger. You can't grow that country any more than it is. So bringing people there, I don't know what you're going to do with that. You know, there's nowhere for them to go. I mean, the same people have passed down have passed down land from generation to generation. It's been plotted and plucked for thousands of years now. It's not, new land just doesn't pop up. So I don't know what. Same with France. I'm sure a lot of those, Germany. There's not room to grow anymore. Hence why Lebensraum. Since that's what Germany wanted back in World War II. They knew that was going to happen. They knew they weren't going to be able to grow. And Germany would be confined to its borders. And it is. Thank God. What? Did you know that Kamala lived in Montreal, Quebec? Really? She's a commie, dude, through and through. No, I didn't know that. She's a commie through and through, dude. It's pretty sad that America's the one thing America's based on and founded on is life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and people don't want that. It's weird, dude. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know who, though. I mean, you guys are with me a lot. All the people that are driving around now are hardworking Americans, some from wherever. It doesn't really matter. There's so much room in the U.S. It's ridiculous. I mean, most of California is not even used. You can go past. You go to Paris and Hemet and out there, Barstow, Victorville. There ain't nothing out there, and no one, I don't know. America's a shit show right now, but it's my shit show, and I endorse it. God, I need to get an energy drink, dude. I might be addicted to these things. They got me, man. They got me. She's confused. I'm confused, brother. Let's see. Hold on. She's confused one day. She says she's black in the under. Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, dude. She's the worst, bro. Hold on. I'll be right back, guys. I need an energy drink. I'm dying over here. What up? What up? Yeah, she's a communist, dude. She pretends she's something, and she flip-flops, because that's what, just 20 years ago, a politician can go up and win the crowd over. That's their whole job, is to win the crowd over. Make the crowd go home happy. Tell them what they need to hear. Tell them what they want to hear. It doesn't matter whether you believe it or not. You just have to talk to the crowd, keep the crowd motivated, be a good motivational speaker, and this way, when you get in office, you can do whatever you want because it doesn't matter. Now the rule. It's changing because people are, the politicians are being filmed, and you can't go around saying you're one thing and doing another thing. That's coming to that's gonna stop. Obama did it. Clinton did it. Republicans did it. But now it's kind of ending. Hopefully, because they would just go up and tell you what they wanted, what you wanted to hear to get in office, and do whatever they want. Do some weird agenda that no one asked for. No one asked for, all these bombings in Syria and all that other stuff. I know we have to protect our interest in the freedom of movement, all that other stuff. The seas, if the United States Navy wasn't around, there'd be pirates again. Literally, there'd be pirates off the coast of Somalia and Africa, jacking French vessels like they did, I don't know, just 8 years ago. It'd be the waters near Africa and Iraq and Iran would be out of control. Yeah, I was a little too young for that. The Bill Clinton president. At the time, I'm sure he was okay. He did make I guess that, I don't know, Trump always hated that NAFTA deal. I guess at the time that was pretty popular and it helped America somehow. I don't know. I really don't know. I was way too young to. I just remember he got blown in the White House. He was probably who knows, dude. I mean, I thought Bush was okay for what he was thrown into. I'm sure Dick Cheney and all those other guys were, corrupter than shit. But, Bush got into his presidency and 9/11 happened, and, there goes that. So he was a wartime president, pretty much nothing else. I mean, I don't remember one policy I don't remember anything he did really besides the war, which that's all he could do. Obama was kind of a president to get us out of the war. Troops were kind of coming home, but going to Afghanistan more. It was weird. Obama kind of got, and he's not the first black president. That fool is not black, dude. Obama is not black. Yeah. He's not black. Sorry. Barack Hussein Obama ain't black, dude. That is not a black name. His skin is not black. He looks fucking Arab to me. You want to see black? I got 2 black friends. I would tell you that fool ain't black either. But at the time, it looked good. It sounded good, you know. America's progressive and we're not racist and we do the nice things. It's just a front, dude. And politicians don't reflect the citizenship or citizens of this country or the non-citizens that come in this country. I don't care if you come in here or not. Good luck going to Utah. Don't break the laws out there, dude. Yeah, Barack Hussein Obama, that is not a black person. For God's sakes, he's from Kenya. That's also not a black person. You know, technically, if you want to get, sure it is. But, no, not American black. I want an American black president. Like, or an American First Lady president. That'd be great. My friend's mom, super black. Big old butt, long ass nails, drinks Hennessy out of the bottle. Ain't a woman you ever want to fuck with. Doesn't care, smoked weed, and is a nurse. Probably not just a nurse, but she works in a hospital. She does she's been there for like hard-working lady, single mother, raised a daughter and a son. My best friend in an apartment, probably 400, 500 square feet. She had a bed, my buddy had a bed, and the daughter had to sleep out in the living room. That is a black person. That is a black American lady I would like to run for president because she would not put up with shit. Not Barack Hussein Obama or Big Mike. Yeah, he's more white than me. We all know Dick Cheney was corrupt. Dude, yeah, Dick, that's a weird, funky story, man. Rumsfeld and Dick Cheney, and I mean, they profited a lot off that war. I guess someone has to profit off it. You know, I wish it could be the American people, but I don't know how that would be possible. I don't know how, I never thought that far ahead. Yeah, Barack Hussein Obama would, if he grew up with me and my buddies who unreal. He's not, yeah, he's not, yeah, I mean, he's not white. He's not full black. He would have been, God, no service, man. Service. It's a damn shame. We're good. All right. Yeah, that's where my especially when not to everyone, just to politicians. I don't take politicians seriously because the minute I can make fun of them, I will. And Obama was a perfect candidate. He would have been bullied in little school for sure. He probably would have weighed, I don't know, 80 pounds. This half skinny white black kid that probably didn't speak good English. You know, he doesn't fit in with the regular black kids because he's not American, nor is he white, nor is he Mexican or Asian. And I grew up with, you know, Asian people from Korea. One of my good friends I played football with was from South Korea. Blacks, Mexicans, California, there's everyone here in California. It's great. You can date an Asian girl in high school, a cheerleader, blonde, white girl, or Some of the black chicks too. I had a very good mixture of friends, and we all get along. And all this racist stuff, it's not real. Maybe I don't think it's real. I don't see it. I grew up here, right? Thoughts on Elon discourse? Ooh. Total Tech, what's up, brother? What's up, man? Yeah, I did listen to that on the Elon Trump conversation, man. I mean, I think I've listened to that conversation. I didn't listen to the whole thing. I kind of bits and pieces and it was delayed, which was super weird. But man, everything they talk about, I pretty much agree or disagree with, the almost half of what they said. I mean, I almost agree with. I think Elon Musk is a very intelligent man, and Trump is too, and they know exactly what they're talking about, and they can, not speak in forked tongue, where you're saying one thing out of your ass, or not. Like Gavin Newsom will never give you an answer. Obama, it's like this steady. At least with these guys, you know where they stand. Dude, I love Elon Musk, man. I think he's the greatest thing to walk in the United States, because he's not American. He's from Africa. He's not. He's a green card holder, dude. He's not even he's a citizen now, I guess, but I think he's one of the greatest people he'll go down, I think, one of the greatest people to walk this planet in a long time. I mean, dude, what he's doing with SpaceX is unreal, dude. I love watching that crap. But his funding comes from America. Yeah. I know his policies can. I don't know. I just listen to those guys all the time. So I did that one interview. I kind of stayed away from it a little bit. They could have done that interview better too. I wish they would have done it in person, but I think they both have the same ideas, him and Trump, which is good. I know Trump liked him in 2016 and gave him a good chunk of change to help SpaceX. Yeah, I mean, they, whether they agree or not, I'm just glad they're speaking, and it's just funny that, the media, I don't know, man, there's an outside force that hates these two guys and didn't want them to speak, and it's funny. Elon voted for Biden. Yeah, he wasn't a big Trump supporter. No one was in America, because fucking some Americans are pussies, dude. Like, straight up, man. Like, people get soft in their old age, and they, and then a lot of Americans are kind of, very wealthy. All this stuff that you hear that Americans are struggling, I don't buy it. I really don't. I mean, there's probably some Americans you can, find on YouTube complaining about. I hear it all the time. Cars, insurance. I hear it, man. I feel it too. But let's be clear. All you have to do as an American is get up and go to work, and you'll figure it out. The best thing. The best thing you can do for yourself is struggle, and you'll figure a way to fix it, because you have to. I don't really buy. I know prices are going up, and it is getting harder, and that's what happens when you shut down a whole economy. But the homeless problem, dude, I show you guys, I live by it, dude. They're just drug addicts. That's it. They didn't lose their job, and it doesn't work like that. I don't think that's just my forte. In the beginning, nobody was a Trump supporter. Yep, agree with that. Now they are. I thought if I was, I thought it was a joke. Oh, when he was president, but now, see, he's American needs. Yeah, Lo, that's what a lot of people. You're literally probably 90% of the population in America. That's all I think a lot of Americans thought. You know, because he said some wild shit, but you know, this is why I told my buddies, you know, because they didn't. I was like, you guys, when you guys listen to a candidate run for president, you know, he's not running for church or like a priesthood or a Holy Roman order. Dude, like, you need someone to tell you the truth, and Trump, whether it's the truth or not, he's going to tell you his reality. And he's like, dude, what? And Trump, you know, go on and on about whatever. And people thought the way he spoke was it was a joke, especially after Obama. You know, Obama was a master with speeches, and he would tell you exactly what you wanted to hear and settle you down, and then they would do whatever. Trump's like, nah, man, that's not the way this works. Hypocritical politics seem to be less enthusiastic about what's coming for the future. Yeah, for the Republicans with the constant shit slinging, yeah, and the surprising turnout for Harris. Yeah, I think it's a show, man. I mean, politicians like to put on a show. They like to pretend, you know, they're disgusting people, and that's why that's why Trump, I think, is gonna. I thought he was gonna win in 2020, so I was wrong then. But the shutdowns hurt Trump that time, and Biden seemed like more of a stable presidency. But yeah, most people thought Trump was a joke, thought Trump's presidency was a joke. He did a lot of good things that just never was televised. You know, the media's not going to show. They hate him. I don't know why. It's and honestly, man, my personal opinion, a lot of this weird shit is coming from China and probably Russia. But China for sure has a lot of sway in media, because they'll pay, you know, the media to hide things. That I just personally believe that. Yeah, I think Trump was one of our best presidents in 2016. A lot of my buddies re-enlisted in the military because of him. And he's he's a America first person, and if it doesn't benefit America, a lot of people are going to get their hands cut off, you know, as in other states, other politicians in other countries. Because dude, we give so much money to other countries, it's fucking insane. It has to be out of control, dude. I'm a die-hard conservative, but we know Trump will eventually be replaced as a front-line figure for the party. Yeah, I'm conservative too. You know what's? Dude, we just have to get this guy in office, because. I just don't think. I think something bad's going to happen. Then we have the Olympics in California in 2028. What the fuck, dude? Not here in California, in Southern California, with the Coliseum in LA. Francisco, and a couple other SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I think I was listening to a couple people last night about all this, and it got my mind going. The arrest warrants, the FBI went through the ex-president's house, dude, and said he had top secret documents in his house. So what, dude? Guys, top secret stuff doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The only people it matters to is the federal government. And people are like, oh yeah, arrest him because he took top secret documents out of the federal government. Good. Like, the federal government is a piece of crap. All governments are, right? So why are they hiding stuff? That's not the way America was originally. And now we're seeing this weird communism shit in our country, and it's gross. It's never really left. It just hid for a while. And that Bill Clinton NAFTA agreement bolstered China and Russia's bullshit across the world. And I think a lot of the reasons what's happening, even in Canada, even in England and France, is all from China or Russia and the Middle East. Like, we know our enemies, and it's the easiest, you use your enemies' laws against them, and you push them into submission where they can't speak anymore. And that's what's going on in France and in England, where the population can't say anything because they'll be called racist, or they can't even post anything on Facebook. Dude, fuck England, dude. That's what they get. And they're gonna start believing in kings and queens again, I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Because that's the only way it's gonna work. England's a communist socialist state. They just had a little taste of freedom for a while, but it's gonna close on them again. It's gonna close on them again, for sure. There's no way getting around it now. What are they gonna? Those people got arrested for posting something on Facebook. That's not gonna stop. And the government just doesn't say, oopsies, my bad, we didn't. No, they go deeper and deeper in. And the English people can't defend themselves. They never could. That's why, if you're in a country that I will never listen. It's like the same, you're 80 years old, I'm not listening to you. You're from a country like Mexico, I'm not going to really listen to you because you have no idea, or from France, someone in French trying to tell me what to do, it just doesn't work. I'm like, dude, your country sucks. You guys can't do anything, but they'll still defend their country. They'll no, we have okay, bro. What's up, Raz? I'm with you. Yeah. Do you watch much YouTube? Yeah, I do. I actually, that's a funny thing they said that to tech ever since, like the shutdowns in 2020, I unplugged all my, cable and stuff. I don't have, cable anymore. So yeah, I watch mainly YouTube, unless it's like a football game or something. But yeah, I'm a big YouTube supporter. There's a couple of really good guys I like. I am usually attracted to listen to other people that were in the military. in some sort of capacity, or capacity, whatever that word is, some sort of way. Yeah, there's a couple Army guys I listen to, about ancient Egypt or the war in Ukraine. There's a couple Army guys. I don't know any Marine Corps guys that do YouTube, which is kind of strange. No one that I've seen a bunch of guys on YouTube talk about military stuff from the Army. I see Air Force guys that actually fly the planes, do YouTubes on Top Gun or whatever. But I have never really came across naturally another Marine talking about anything, which is kind of strange. But there's not a lot of us. The problem with the UK is that their population density and high number of illegal immigrants have completely exacerbated all levels of economy and society. Yeah, dude. The Newspeak era has set in. The Newspeak, oh, that's freaking a scary word, dude. The Newspeak era. Yeah, and if you're a politician, you create the chaos, and then you can stop the chaos. It's sanctioned. The sanctioned chaos. But I saw a good, some guy, and I feel bad for the people in the UK, man, because the people that they brought in don't give a shit. They didn't care about their own country. Why would they care about United Kingdom? They believe in jihad, and everyone in the United Kingdom's an infidel. It's been happening for thousands of years. This is nothing new. Yeah, man, I do feel bad for them, but they get what they deserve. And the great part about United States is you're going to always see a protest in New York, maybe Los Angeles, but it always happens in New York because New York is just full of buildings. It's not like a residential area. And all the protests that you see usually just happens in the cities, which again, no one really owns that property besides like business owners, but it's not houses. They could, if you want to protest and burn down your own goddamn 7-Eleven, by all means, more power to you. But you're not going to do it in most American towns, except your own, like Baltimore, after that stupid cop killed that stupid black guy for what did that guy do? He had to forge money. He was on fucking speed and shit, and the cop ended up killing him. They burned down the whole city, their own city. I don't care. If you want to burn down your major city and cities, go for it, dude. They destroyed that city, and it'll never be the same. And that's how black people stay poor in black neighborhoods. It's sanctioned. They want that to happen. This way, the people are so stupid that they'll always vote Democrat. It's that simple, guys. I hate to say it out loud, be that guy, but if you live by a multi-million-dollar house, or the houses where it's people don't play that shit out here because they have too much to lose. People that have nothing to lose will make everyone else pay for their loss. They'll want everyone to be on their level, and the cycle continues. cycle will always continue. But let's see. I would like to see after this election how many black people switch their vote to Republican. It's the only way. Ideology like transgenderism. Ugh, yeah, that's a gross word, huh? Being enforced using the rule of law and defined using the concept of social construct is effectively the definition of new speech. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know the definition. Yeah, man, I mean, yeah. And people need like a religion too. So yeah, that Newspeak stuff, I can see that. And it gives people a purpose, like, oh, we're doing something great. We're being fucking inclusive. You know, the problem with the UK is that they have way too much immigrants from the Middle East, yeah, and Indians. And they bring religion, yep, and change the area to their own, yep, own ethnicity needs, yeah, I agree, man. I totally agree with that statement. Both of those statements, the Newspeak one from Total Tech and Low C. Yeah, they want to like make, you know, the UK little Baghdad again. It's like, and that's the sad part. They can do that. They can do that. Those people that move into the UK can, because I just truly believe in guns, man, and weapons. If you want to change something, you can. And the only way to stop use by force, well, how is that going to happen? Are the citizens of the United Kingdom going to yell at these guys? And most of these guys that came over, you know, already are pretty combat vet. You know, I'm sure they have a lot of experience, and you know, it's poor people bringing down the rich. It's going to happen. People in the UK have a lot to live for, a lot to lose, and the people that are coming in don't. Yeah, man, I totally agree with you guys. It's look at France. It's slowly turning into Africa, dude. Hornet Gaming, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Long time no see. That's part of the problem for sure. Yeah. What's up, Hornet Gaming? How you doing, man? How's baseball, brother? Yeah, France is a dump. I don't know, man. I don't know what's gonna happen with them. Dude, Trump even said, he's all, dude, if I get in, we're gonna have the largest deportation in human history. And I honestly believe him. Because it's not that he, you know, of course he wants to do it, but the people that do the job want to deport these guys. They just can't because the federal government won't allow it yet, or whatever. Except for New York, I was leaving. And Baltimore. Stupid people in Baltimore down their own city. You know, you can't make that up. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's so stupid. You know, there's a Black Lives Matter protest because of that in where I live, and there's a town that you have to get to it's a bridge. It's called the 6th Street Bridge, and the citizens of that little town pulled up on their trucks with guns and shut the town down themselves without the cops' help. That's America, guys. That's what I mean. Is if you want to defend your own land, the citizens of that town got out of their house, got in their trucks with shotguns and AR-15s, parked their cars on the side of the bridge and blocked it all off. And then down the street from that town was kind of where I live. Me and my brother, and we drove out to where we thought the protest was going to be, and it was just kids. Eventually, we looked at them, and they're 17. They were high school kids protesting. And me and my brother, and like, we parked right next to the cops. There's probably 100 other dudes there, and we sat there, and everyone had a gun, either with them or in their car, and the police were just watching. They're watching the protest, and we sat behind them. And then that was it. The protest lasted for like 2 hours. The cops went in there, broke it all up, and everyone went home. Because they were just kids eventually. Like, once you realized who's there. I mean, that was the Baltimore riots and the Black Lives Matter protest. But in Baltimore, they burned down the whole city because no one cared. And that's fine. Oakland went to shit. But in most cities, if you feel threatened, you grab your gun and go meet the enemy out on the battlefield. And that's what I saw in this little town. They didn't even allow the protest. They shut it down. They shut their whole city down for that night. And yeah, my city is a little bigger than that one. And they started protesting on the main highway, and people went out to go meet them and said, you guys can protest, which is fine, but if you decide to riot, they would have been shot for sure. My guess would be 40% of current number will return. What Canadians aren't realizing is that the current social and economic conditions combined with the visa and prerequisite will ultimately persuade a large number of landed persons to leave. Recently, yeah. Holy shit. 40%? Yeah, Hornet Gaming, the 16th, I remember, brother. Yeah, I still got that note, man. What are we talking about? Just the craziness of the world. Yeah, people are insane, dude. Countries, there's very radical people out there that will burn down the house just to make a point. And that's what England's going through, France. I don't know why you would bring all those people into your country. And they brought in Germany. Isn't Germany shutting down mosques? Did I hear that correctly, guys? The most recent immigration channel in Canada have been leading to dead men's and Esperant. Oh, yeah. Dude, I keep hearing like girls getting stabbed and a bunch of other awful stuff. But man, I don't know. It's gonna keep going. There has to be an end game. I mean, it seems like it's getting worse because people are pushing that narrative. People want it to start going. I know it's coming from China and Russia to destabilize the West, not support the war in Ukraine, not support Israel. It's all a big game. And all the people that are coming, all the immigrants are men. Why would you bring more men into your country? That's the worst people to have in your country is a bunch of men. You need a bunch of chicks. Where the fuck are the females, man? I fucking hate that. It doesn't make sense. If you're a country, okay, let's bring in more chicks. Chicks are calm, they're pretty, men are gross, and they like to break shit. It's that simple. I don't understand. Men make crimes. Prisons are full of dudes, not chicks. So what's going on, fellas? I don't Dude, if Trump, I hope Trump wins, dude, and I hope he has one of the biggest deportations in human history. It would be great. It would be great. The movie. Do you see Twister? No, I seen the old one, dude. That Twister movie is a remake. But the old one was really good. I heard it was good though. The new Twister movie. I still want to go see like Wolverine and Deadpool. That would be pretty cool. But I'll probably wait till it comes out. I'm not a big movie goer. Yeah, Twister, man. I want to see a hurricane. That'd be dope. Let's see, I got 7 people voted. I love people. Have you liked and subscribed? I love people that go on and just say no. That's funny, dude. Yeah, man, I mean, it all has to come from somewhere. You know, remember, politicians are weak, very weak people, and they will always sway to be like a Jesus, God-like entity where they can do no wrong and they're all about peace and love. So if you know that, if you know politicians believe in that, and they will lie to you, let's make them believe that they need to accept all races and all ethnicities and all religions, and then start flooding them with immigrants. And that's what I think China's investing in that, Russia's investing in that, Iran will invest in that to destabilize the United Kingdom and France. It all comes from somewhere. And it's been happening since, like 2012 or 2012. 2012, God, that's awful. Or even probably before that, Everyone's racist, but the people calling the other people racist, that's some commie bullshit, dude. And you know what? So what? If someone calls you racist, so what? Okay. Congratulations. You know what I would say to people like that? It's weird that you're not racist. That's what I'm saying. Because everybody is. So let's not pretend. The matter of fact, the people that say, we need to help black people, I think are the most racist, because they're now looking down and feeling sorry for another person just because of their skin. I find that quite insulting. What was it, Joe Biden? When Joe Biden and Trump were debating, Joe Biden went on this rant for about a couple minutes about how he is only helping black people. So in my mind, I'm thinking, I wanted to call my buddies and be like, hey man, are you guys that down in the dumps where the federal government has to help you out? Isn't that a little insulting? You can't do it by yourself? Or they raise the standards for Asians at Harvard and lower it down for black people. Like they pity you. They think you're so weak that they pity you and make it easier for you to do stuff. Instead of bringing you up to the challenge and doing it yourself, they will baby you because you're black. That's racist. That, to me, that's more racist than anything else. I don't, isn't that, I don't know, maybe I'm not making sense. But they look down on you and they want to help you when you can just help yourself. It's that simple, man. It's that simple. And if you meet someone that doesn't like you, you just walk away, dude. Like, I don't understand. There's 330 million people out in this country. You can't change everyone's mind. You know, that's kind of what I think. And if someone calls me racist, so what? Yeah, I honestly don't like people from the Middle East. I think that religion is god-awful, and they told me that because I've been called an infidel. So, you know, I will hit you with equal or greater force. You know, that's Newton's third law. In order to stop an object, it has to be stopped by equal or greater force, something like that. These are the things we need to focus on in Western society. All three of them. Well, let me read this. Young people need jobs, housing, affordability. Yeah, is a paramount. Population growth. Yep. Wealthy food, healthy food should be. Yeah. Yep. I agree. Yep. These are the things we need. All three of these issues I mentioned are manufacturing crisis in the West. Yeah, dude. Yeah, manufacturing crisis in the West. The race wars and the argument about religion or sexual orientation are inconsequential in the grand scheme. Total Tech, you're always welcome in this compound, Devil. You are. I think you're right. You're spot on, brother. I think you're. All of it's manufactured. You know, if you want good jobs and businesses, do the opposite of Gavin Newsom here in California. He told Elon Musk that you know, you can't open, high taxes. Elon said, "Okay, I'm out." And pulled his company out. That's it, man. Like, if a governor wants more jobs for his people, he has to lower business taxes. Business taxes will move in. People will do. Will hire more people. That's how it goes. You know, Florida has no state tax, right? So, or no business. It's really easy to. You know, healthy food. And not even just health, just food in general. You know, I mean, hey man, you know, I'm kind of a fan of In-N-Out and Jack in the Box. I haven't eaten Jack in the Box in, like, I think the longest I've ever, you know, I grew up with fast food and now I literally haven't eaten it because it's too damn expensive. I'd rather just go out to eat, you know, by myself at a restaurant. And I do. I'd rather do that than, but I wish I could get like a 99-cent junior bacon cheeseburger from Jack in the Box, but it's $5 now. I'm not spending $5 on Jack in the Box. Yeah, and the race war and all the religion, you know, yeah, that's all weird, gross stuff, you know. It's all weird, gross stuff, and no one really believes it. Like here, I live in. I went all over the States just recently, and no one cares, man. No one cares who you are, what color you are, as long as you are cool, want to have fun, and can pay your bills. You know, what's the problem? But all that's coming from somewhere, man. That's what I mean. I do believe it's communism coming from China. You know, they can push narratives through social media and our news because they got a bunch of money. They'll give you a bunch of money to say all the crap that they want you to say. You know, it's not hard to figure out. They push their propaganda. That's it, man. And dumb people really believe that. dumb people. If you gave the dumb people a choice, we would still be in lockdowns from the Wuhan virus. And I don't know, man. I'm trying to think ahead what's going to happen, dude. I do think something really bad is going to happen here in the U.S. I don't think a terrorist attack, because that would be kind of silly. I don't know. I don't think they want Trump to win, man. Obviously, we've seen that. And here's with Canada or Mexico, it's going to change them too, because if Trump starts I know Canada's, Trump will say Canada will play us for fools with money, we'll pay more to them than they pay to us. If he starts cutting the budget to other countries, that's going to affect that government really bad. So it's going to be a ripple effect, and I think that's what everyone's afraid of is, and Trump won't have a second term, so he's going to go hard in the paint. They should have that's in Ukraine, I would tell Ukraine, hey, dude, you guys want to win the war, here's all the weapons you need, go handle your business. I honestly do think our politicians are holding Ukraine back because of, one, they're pussies. Two, Putin just has to say he's going to launch a nuclear weapon and everyone gets their panties in a bunch. Yeah, Russia might be doomed, dude. I don't think Russia's going to turn into a third world country pretty soon. If they don't, I think they're going to collapse. I really do. I think the Russian army is going to collapse, and the government will collapse again. But the goal now is to make sure Russia's broken up into smaller states, and then arm the citizens so this shit doesn't happen again. But I doubt it. Later, gaming. Yeah, I don't know why, I remember just hearing this interview in United Kingdom about this lady. She was a young, attractive female, but the guy was like, hey, what do you think about all the immigrants? And the first thing she said, she's like, well, I'm not in that stupid accent they have that sounds like they have a ding-dong in their mouth. She said something to the extent of, I'm not the first thing she said, I'm not racist, but I can see this and that and that and that. I was like, dude, if you don't want people in your country, that's not being racist. That means that you don't want these assholes in your country. And they're shitheads and dirtbags, dude. And so what? Someone calls you racist. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. And it seems like when someone calls you racist, you're pretty much on the right track of doing what you need to do, because that's an easy way just to, and that's communism. That's really communism. It's a public square. China did it in the Mao Zedong era. They would get everyone on a town circle. You call someone a spy, you hang the spy, and everyone now is feels better. Yeah, we hung the spy, and that's how that's how one person rules. And you don't want to be ashamed socially, so you tend to shut up. Guys, if you're feeling social pressure, I keep going, man, because society shouldn't pressure you into not saying what you think is right, or telling you that you're a piece of crap or racist or whatever, you need to keep it going. Who cares? You know your heart, and you know what where your heart stands, and you know the truth. And as long as it's the truth and it's coming from your heart, and I wouldn't worry about it. You're not going to get canceled. You're not none of that. No, I don't really believe that either. Like I said, guys, I grew up in Southern California, man. I just went to a Hindu temple down the street from my farmhouse that I grew up at. The Hindu temple's next to a Christian church, which is next to a Catholic church, which is next to a football field. So, come on. Dude, my neighbor, when I was like, when I needed a babysitter, my neighbor's black. Like so all this race, there's only one is that stupid religion out in the Middle East that calls me an infidel. And according to them, if I'm an infidel, I either have to. That was weird. That was weird. Russia has energy and the land to accomplish feeding a massive number of people. Oh, yeah. I mean, Russia could be a great, great country. It's about energy, and Russia has an insane amount of arable land to grow food. That's what it's worth money in the human. Yeah. Dude, Russia could be one of the best countries ever, man. I mean, the land, they have so much land. I mean, I know the United States is huge, and it's not populated at all. Russia, man, it has like 10 different time zones or something. I mean, Russia could be an amazing country. Could feed everyone with gas, wheat, food, but they're a communist piece of crap, dude. That's why vodka, half their military is full of drunks. That's why a lot of people like Putin, because he wasn't drunk all the time. Putin's not a drinker. He never drinks, so shit, he's probably drinking now. And like what? Why is Africa such a piece of crap country? Can anyone explain to me why that is? Africa is the worst. Let's be real. I don't know why. They're loaded with minerals and gold and amazing animals everywhere, but fuck is honking. But yeah, they live like they're in the Stone Age, Bill Gates like his farm. Yeah, I did, and so as you get this is something I kind of a weird thought I always think about. As people get older, they get more. So people are really afraid of death, right? That's the one thing we can all agree on. Dying, or that's why people don't like joining the military, because they're scared of dying. Death's a real thing for human beings. As you get older, you can see like Bill Gates, and they'll always talk about, I don't know how to say this, like they're so scared of death that they will start doing radical things to prevent or they think the world's gonna end, so they start doing weird things to, Bill Gates, is kind of one of them. I don't like, something's not, shit, I don't know how to explain it. As people get older, they get more like paranoid. They think, they you need to eat right, you need to do this, they start becoming more demanding and more, because self-consciously I tell everyone, hey, you guys, this is all ending. I think they get really funny, and they'll start bringing the youth, not their own peers, but they'll start explaining to the youth how things are changing, and it's not the same. We might do this. We should preserve this for that reason. When I think self-consciously they know they're gonna die, and they start panicking. Their brain will start panicking, and they'll start doing weird stuff, like Bill Gates. I think that guy's weirder than shit. Like, dude, what happened just building cool computers, man? Now he's into this. He's finding a cure for that. He wants, to buy a bunch of farmland, and it's like, why are you doing all this, man? And I think that's his brain, without him controlling his own thoughts or actions. That's how I kind of look at people. You have to be able to control your own thoughts and actions. It's like, what are you talking about, man? It's kind of my mom's like almost 70, and I hear her talk sometimes. I'm like, what are you talking about? You're old as shit. Like, you're talking about dating? Like, what? You're gonna die soon. Why do this dating thing when you can do something else? And they don't comprehend that they're gonna die soon. They don't make a will. I'm like, you're gonna move on to the next life. What are you doing? Fucking dating. You're 70 years old. Shut up. I have a weird rationality about thinking about this because of the war, and at a young age I had to write a will, and my next of kin, a will. I had to. You have to know that you're going to die, so it makes you a better Marine if the one thing is guaranteed in the military is death, and you'll do just fine, and you will survive the war. But if you think you're gonna die, you're gonna die. That's a given. I knew I was gonna die, but I didn't think I was. I don't know, something like that. Kind of a weird. I got a weird way of thinking about things, and I just think I can. When people start preserving life at an old age, like, people all of a sudden want to get healthy at the age of 80. I'm like, where the fuck were you doing on your 20s and your 30s and your 40s? It's too fucking late, man. That's how it's way too late. You should be enjoying now. Now you're trying to tell me how to eat and lose weight. I'm like, dude, fuck you. My rambles can go on. Just know one day it could be it. This could be your last day, and enjoy it. And the youth below you will soon understand that and make the right decisions. I think it's like when Biden becomes president, and every year it's like, oh, democracy's gonna end. No, it's just gonna end for you, dumbass, because you're old and no one cares about what you say. And Clinton used to say that the democracy is going to end. It's a fear tactic. It's like, no, you're just old, and it's going to end for you. I still got 50 years on this bitch before I turn 70 or 80, or you know what I mean. I don't know. It gives me a headache. Money changes people. The realization of your own, particularly in the late stages of life, changes people. Yes, dude. I think self-consciously they start the brain will start telling you you need to start preserving life or your life, or they don't, or the older you get, you won't understand the youth, and you think the youth will fundamentally change the world you grew up in, which is true. That's what's great about America. The youth will eventually get older and totally change what America once was. If you go to Russia, guess what? It's all the same crap. The youth can't change the adults. The adults will hold reign of power over the youth 99% of the time, except for in America. Eventually, the adults die and the youth will take over. And within that, I think we're seeing that right now in America. The youth is starting to get up in age, and especially people who fought in wars like me. J.D. Vance, he didn't fight in no fucking war, that pussy, but he is a United States Marine, and I think he did go to Iraq, but he's some paper pusher motherfucker. He didn't go outside the wire or nothing like that. I do respect that he did join, but like I said, there's different conversations I have with different people, and he can't have a conversation with me about the war because he's never been to war. He's flown into Iraq, but he's never been to war. He's never gone outside the wire. Never. Maybe he has, but I forget his job. I don't try to look at what his MOS was in the Marine Corps, but I think my dad told me he was, I think he was an officer too, so even more of a bitch. But he's a little older than me, I think, and he was in the Marine Corps when I was there, I believe, and now the youth is pushing out the old because the old is too fucking old. Strong conservative values and traditions are being strained by greed. Yeah, people living, in the longer lives, dude. You're right too, man. I agree. Yeah, I agree with that statement. Living longer lives is a very, I would say, a new thing for us, right? I mean, as the human race. Alexander the Great died when he was like 32. I think he barely hit 30s, and now I would respect Alexander the Great, 30 some odd years. Trump's one hell of a golfer, man. Like, I don't know if anyone's been golfing lately, but that's a tough sport. It's a pain in the ass. And I know it's not going to war on horseback with your boys, but there's just a difference. And getting older is fuck, man. Like, as you get older, you want more control because you don't understand it anymore. You don't understand why your kids are acting this way. You don't understand why your grandkids are acting this way. So you try to control them somehow. Grandparents do it. Grandparents do it to their sons, and sons do it to their sons. Very, very rarely can you have a real conversation with your parents and grandparents. Like the control, especially baby boomers. It's all about control with them. They're weird. They're weird people, and then technology finally reached them, so they're all on Facebook for the first time. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't been on Facebook in fucking 10 years. But if you go on it, it's a bunch of people in their 70s now and 80s, and now Instagram and Twitter, like, they ruined everything, right? I remember going on Twitter in 2009 or 10, and I saw a good friend of mine. I grew up with her in elementary school and all this. She lived down the street from me, and the first time I went on it, I saw her, and she was a porn star. I was like, what? now you go on it, it's politicians, it's freaking weird, dude, you know? I don't know, man. I think we're in for a wild ride the next couple months, guys. Brace yourselves. You know? It's gonna be a doozy. Pure Gold, what's up? How you doing? Welcome back to the compound. We're just running our mouths about just the world that we live in. Total tech protection of the economy 40 years ago predicts a ton of people who aren't deceased would be by now. I mean, my dad's 70, all his brothers. I mean, I think my dad was the perfect, he was born in 55, 4 brothers. Once those guys all go, a lot of jobs are gonna open up. It's gonna be weird, man. I mean, females are, dude, like my godfather's mom, she's 94 years old, dude. Like, females are living longer now. I'm wrong about the last point. Projection. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, that's kind of, I don't think you're totally off by that. I mean, when those predictions came out, they probably thought that people would die at the age of 60, not fucking 85. Like, is fucking Bill Clinton gonna die anytime soon? That guy looks like shit. And Biden, Holy God, dude. Hillary won't die until she's 100. Like, people are living a long time, dude. Much greater than contrast outside the rest. Yeah, I can agree with that. Yeah, it's gonna, I don't know, man. We're in for a wild ride. And even not even the US, but man, that same theory that we're thinking about, as you get older, you try to grasp more control, you submit, you push down the youth because their ideas are not of, whatever value you hold dearly to your heart. I think about that, but in China. And the top leadership of the CCP has to be freaking out, man. They're 70, 60, 70. Xi Jinping's over 70 years old. Self-consciously, he knows he's going to die soon. So, what's the next step? And if there's rumble, dude, I think China's going to go apeshit soon. And they have to. I mean, or Xi Jinping's going to pass away in his sleep, and this will keep continuing. But I think China has to gear up for war or some type of distraction due to their economy is going to hell in a handbasket. And usually if your economy suffers, you need a distraction for all the young men. Because that's your biggest threat to your reign of terror is your youth of the nation overthrowing the government. And especially now more than ever, there's more people to overthrow you than ever before. You seem concerned about China. I just think a lot of this crap is coming from China. I really do. Through the media, and not only let's just. And that I I just think China got so involved with the world economy that if something happens to China, it's gonna they're not gonna go down by themselves. That's what I'm really worried about. And if you look at pictures like from the 90s, China was a third world country in the 90s. Like they didn't have anything in the 90s, and then by 2000s, money started flowing into China, and then right now it boomed. Like you can see if you look at Google, like a picture of China, it was still China, and now it looks like a concrete utopia of buildings. And if China fails, it's going to have a huge ripple effect across the world. And that's the only thing I don't really care about China per se. The ripple effect, and then that's what starts major wars. But I don't think, because the government can't just say, oh shit, we screwed up the economy. Don't worry, guys, we'll fix it again. Usually, when the government is on a teeter of bankruptcy or something, they'll find some way to go to war to distract the people. There's a channel called China Historian, and the Chinese immigrants to Canada is brutal, honest, and about what's happening there. We're checking out. Oh, really? Chinese Historian. Oh, yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I don't. Yeah, that if they're brutally honest about it, there's just so many people in China, man. And I know we've caught Chinese nationals coming up through Mexico here in California. I mean, there was a Chinese birthing house near my mom's house, man. Like probably 10 years ago, maybe less than that. Or there's just a house full of Chinese chicks, 9 months pregnant, that obviously never lived in their neighborhood, and they would walk around at night just to get a dual citizenship. Yeah, strange stuff, man. He exposes the culture. Oh, really? Yeah, Chinese Historian. I will, man. That sounds like a good one. Yeah, if he's yeah, that's what I'm just worried about. I think a lot of this weird, banning of stuff. That's a communist thing China does. You just if you have if you built a system or a government and you know how they function, and this government has done it before in their own country, now something's happening in this country and it sounds like this country, then you know where it's coming from. That's what I kind of suspect. Then the only problem with China is I don't know how they're going to go to. Let's just say I'm right. Let's just say I'm right. Where China's economy is total crumbling. I just think, let's say I'm right about that. They crumble. How would China go to war, and how would they do it? If Russia's army is corrupt, then China's army has to be super corrupt. They can't go into India. They would get absolutely whomped. They would have to go to Vietnam or the Philippines, which I don't think they will do, because look, man, we had a problem with Vietnam. You don't think they will have a problem with Vietnam? Taiwan, they got to cross an ocean. That's impossible, man. You notice no one's ever done a D-Day invasion besides us, because it's impossible. I'm surprised we did it so successfully against Germany. It's just a lot, man. I mean, and then how many people do you send across the Taiwan Strait? You'd have to send 500,000 people in one go, and hopefully half of them show up or actually get there, because a lot of them will just die at sea due to Taiwan shooting at them, or just, I mean, come on. If you get on a boat in the middle and and if it breaks down, you're fucked, dude. Half of them will break down, half of them will be sunk. You know, it'll be this weird, half of them will get to shore, and a lot of the soldiers will die, even if they even make it. You have to overwhelm. I can't see it, man. So just the manufacturing of China's goods, all that good stuff, you know. I don't know. That's all I'm saying. The next 10 years will be weird. The next 4 years, 4 to 5 years will be even weirder. Oh yeah, China has one. He mentioned things like U.S. having a crazy amount of military bases globally. Oh yeah, dude. The culture of greed, the culture of capitalism and socialism. Yeah, I agree with that. I wouldn't call it. Yeah, you're right, Gold. It was just, I call it a success. I mean, just to get the boats out in the water, not like, fuck. I mean, we got lucky too. I mean, holy Jesus, that could have been bad. But not part was this success, but just getting the ship over across the channel, that had to been the fuel, the daunting task of just getting the boats running and getting them there, and just not even invading the country, just getting the boats to France and having them stop in order, not crashing into each other and shit, or sinking, you know, or running out of gas, or having them blow up due to the Luftwaffe, or holy moly, dude, like the logistics had to be absolutely like out this chain, dude. It was a selfish move for us to use the sheer numbers to get it done. Yeah, for D-Day. Yeah, Total Tech. If you look up like military bases around the world, there's only 2 or 3 countries. Russia, China, and North Korea, but everywhere else we surround those 3 countries. It's pretty amazing, to be quite honest. And Iran, I guess, yeah. So 4 countries: Iran, North Korea, China, and Russia. Our military bases, we surround them all. It's freaking wild, dude. And being in with those large losses, yeah, it was a selfish move for us to use sheer numbers just to get it done. We have a small base between North and with the Korea, so we kind of have one there. Okay, I didn't know that. So yeah, I mean we know our enemy. It's Russia, China, North Korea, and Iran. And when we finally put a base in Poland, I know that Trump did that because Germany wasn't like paying its share in the European Union. I remember this. Trump goes, "Yeah, man, I threatened Germany. We're going to pull one of our bases out of Germany because they weren't paying us for whatever." And he's all, the minute I threatened them, Poland called me. And the Polish, administration said, "We'll buy the base, and you guys put the base in Poland, and we'll pay you." Trump goes, "Okay." Yeah, but man, how do you get that D-Day done without sheer number? I don't know, man. Yeah, but I'm not talking the battle or the logistics part. Like, it had to be astronomical. The people moving, food and fuel and water to just the ships out in sea, to get the ships, to get them onto land. Like, that takes a phenomenal amount of work. And a lot of people have to be willing to do that job and put their lives at risk. Because you don't have to really be in the front line to risk your life. Being on a boat is fucking scary enough. Out in the middle of the ocean during a wartime. So the people at the lowest rank have to be willing to do that, at a whim's notice, and to put their own life at risk. If China tried to invade Taiwan, I would bet that they don't have people to do that. Not that efficient. Because for Americans, I think we know consequences and realities, and most Americans, especially in the military, we all come from somewhere else. And we're all trying to go home. There's a job and a mission to do, and there's an end game to our mission. And if I try to compare and contrast China's military trying to go into Taiwan, and I take the lowest troop number, which is most troops fight the wars are the lowest. I think a lot of them are selfish. There's no mission. They're not unaware of what's happening. They're just told what to do, and they have to do it. And that doesn't create a good logistic chain. And as much as fighting a war and bang bang shoot 'em up is war, logistics is how you win wars. Ask Ukraine. They can have millions of people, but if they don't have ammo to shoot, it doesn't matter. So logistics has to start first before the combat. And Americans are really good at logistics. I mean, that's our whole doctrine is the supply chain. Russia is the complete opposite. They will send millions into combat with no logistics, and that incursion on the Kursk region in Ukraine right now is, I think, they dug pretty deep. The United States of America is the greatest nation to ever exist, and this must be protected. I agree with you, man. I think the people of the United States, how we think, and all our different religions and all our different issues, is exactly what protects it. Does that make because we kind of clash heads with each other a little bit on everything, but when some other person tries to do it from some other state, we all look at them and be like, "Hey, man." There is a show, I can't remember what it was called, but it was on History Channel, and it went in depth on what it would be take step by step to take each country against the U.S. Oh, doggy. History Channel, and it went in depth on what it would take step by step to take on each country against. Oh my God. Good luck. That's one thing I love about Americans is, I can look at all these fucking people driving, dude. When I was driving through like South Dakota and Wyoming, I loved it, man. The roads were beautiful. There's barely anyone on the roads. When I drive out here, now that I realize what I'm doing, fuck, dude. But I mean, I could pull over, I could stop the freeway right now and have everyone get out of their car. And I think if you ever asked them, they would all say this, relatively the same. I think a lot of Americans think just alike. It's the way we're raised, and and you realize that. I think Pure Gold could question this, especially in like the military. You realize that it doesn't even matter what area you were born in or what state. Inside your own house, you were raised totally different than someone else. Totally different. And the minute you realize that everyone's raised different in their own household, you kind of respect each other, and then you kind of work it out. But in the military, you really figure it out very quick. And just how some parents were there, some parents were not. Some people are complete morons, some people aren't. Some people, this is all they had, was this military thing. For me, I knew it was a means to an end. I knew I wasn't going to stay in there forever, so I didn't take it as seriously as someone else. You see this right away in people. How many ships and shoulders and planes, etc. Oh my God. How many ships and soldiers and planes, etc. It even went in support. Oh, dude, it would be astronomical. Astronomical. And a step-by-step, that had been a good hour watch. Little doc there, step-by-step, how to. No way, man. I mean, and then that's the thing. That's what's great about America and its military, is that most of the people in the military want to be there. We're not forced to be there. We're not there to scam or take a little off the top. And I always try to tell people the people that do the heavy lifting, are in charge of the money per se, fight the wars, are us. It's just us. It's me, it's Pure Gold, it's a couple other people that show up in here that are in the military. It's us. And then when we're done with the job, where do we go? Fucking home, baby. We're out of that base, dude. Because staying on base is just work. There's no. If you go to a Russian base, I guarantee it's full of corruption, dude. There's probably nothing there because everything was stripped already. There's no chow hall. There's no PX. There's no taxes. There's no housing. I'm sure, dude. Because the person in charge of the military is Putin, and he's never going to leave his palace, per se. It was a series. Oh shoot! I will find it and get back to you. Yeah, dude, let me know, because it would have to be fucking, the supply chain would have to be unreal. The water, just fresh water, man. You have to move fresh water from here to here. That's a lot of weight. Water weighs a ton, dude. And you need a lot of it. And then you need drinking water, you need showering water, you need water for cleaning, you need water for this. That's just water. What about ammo and food? Baby wipes. I love baby wipes. I got so many baby wipes. I got baby wipes for days, fellas. It's out of my arse. You need mailing system, electricity, and that's, fuck, dude. And the people who fight the wars also do the logistics. The people that do logistics are reserved for the people that go down during the war. It's a wish-wash of everyone's fucked, you know. Oh God, it kind of makes me sick thinking about it, because it has to be huge, dude. And honestly, like, if you think about it, guys, Ukraine and Russia invades Ukraine. You can see the static falter in Russia. You can see the kind of the chain break down. You know, it's really top heavy, so everyone below is forced to do what Russia wants. You see Ukraine, they give up ground. They don't do anything stupid. They don't go on the offensive. They try to poke and prod. They try to go on the offensive, but even Zelensky said we waited way too long. There's too much good defenses up. You can see how Ukraine's functioning. All their troops are training in Poland, Germany, U.S. They're training on the F-16. They've been training. The supply chains reaching to Ukraine, and then all of a sudden, you know, you see this huge, what is it, 1,000-mile incursion? I mean, it's small compared to the rest, but I want to see how far and deep they can go, because they should have a great supply chain, because they've been training for 2 years for at least something like this. You know the top leadership should be on point with this, and I want to see this little incursion in the Kursk region or whatever it's called, how deep they can go, because the Russian supply chain is not there. It's broken. It's there, but it's not. You give me a better supply chain, better well-trained troops, better equipment, and they're going to put up one hell of a fight over mass amounts of people. Now, I want to see that. I want to, and they're going to be moving and grooving as long as they have gas and ammo. I think, dude, I mean, if Ukraine does something crazy here, it would be nice. The big pincer movement to cut off something, so, you know, just a mass surrender of thousands of Russians. That's what they need on TV. Huge number, not this pocket of hundreds, and they need, I don't know, you know, who knows. I'm kind of keeping my ear to the ground with that. I'm really excited about that. That'd be, you know, something good for Ukraine. Maybe capture a couple tanks here and there and repurpose them. But supply chains, that's interesting. I would like to see that, Pure Gold. It's a series too. That's like a 4-episode series or something. That'd be pretty wild. I learned some interesting stuff. Yeah, that's what. Oh wait, hold on. You gotta watch Chinese history. Oh yeah, I'll check that out too. Absolutely love history stuff. Oh, me too, man. Oh yeah, history's great. It was a series. I'll find it. Yeah. That's all we use our baby wipes. Yeah, dude, me too. Baby wipes. I didn't figure it out, or didn't figure it was just an army thing. No, man, until my neighbor asked me why we don't have toilet paper. Dude, I use baby wipes for everything. Everything. I learned some interesting stuff watching this channel. Some stuff so controversial and shocking, I needed to verify it with Chat GPT. Oh, really? He speaks all facts. Really? Oh, yeah. It's a Chinese historian. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. Yeah, China's a weird place, man, you know? They do, you know, everything in China is manufactured. It's not natural growth of a society. It was crushed together really fast. And everyone, a lot of people in China got very wealthy very quick. But that it's fake. It's a fake kind of way. England, France, they've been having a kind of a same society for a couple hundred years now, minus a couple blunders in like Napoleon days. The colored revolution or whatever they called it. Germany, same thing. They've always had some well-organized government that kind of helped the people out of the depths of the dark ages or whatever. China, they were in the dark ages and they smashed everything together, started building huge platforms and runways and highways and buildings. But it was all man-made and man-manufactured, and it wasn't a steady growth. It was over 20, 30 years, from my understanding. And now, I don't know. I don't think Apple's really making all their phones there anymore. They're helping Russia with the war. They threaten Taiwan all the time. And I think the shutdowns really fucked them. Imagine doing business out there, then every couple months your factory gets shut down. It's like, okay, I'm out. I'll take my losses in the long run. It's probably a lot better than shutting down every 10 months. Yeah, history's amazing, man. I love watching like war history, how it kind of starts, and through Alexander the Great, and Napoleon, and the Ottoman or the Persian Empire, all those, and how they go to war with what weapons, and how logistics crumbles. And I always remember Alexander the Great went to war with the Ottoman Empire or someone. It had to have been the Ottoman, I forget who. But it wasn't, and they had like 30,000 Greek mercenaries, the enemy. And Alexander the Great beat the army that he was fighting and kind of let them go. And the Greek mercenaries were in the back. And he said, we're going to kill them all. All of the Greek mercenaries, they're all dead. Now it's like, oh, wow. Yeah, why are you fighting for another? I don't know. It can get weird. It can get weird. Yeah, this is just the logistics to D-Day, to how Hitler slept in till noon, and Rommel had his wife's birthday, because it was his birthday or something. Holy moly, guys. It's just, it's weird. History can get weird. We're in a weird time in our life, especially people our age. I'm 45 and to 30, I guess. Even like 20, 25. I think a 25-year-old to 45, we kind of all think the same. We're all in the same boat. Hey, Pure Gold, here's a question if you're still on. Why did you join the Army? As a yeah, I always ask. This one female I know in San Diego, she's a cop down there, and I was having a couple beers with her, and she was telling me about all her job, and I felt like I was talking to a dude, I started talking to her like I would talk to you guys, and I stopped myself. I was like, dude, why the fuck are you a cop? Like, what? Like, you're a 110-pound female, not bad looking. I was like, why did you do that? And I I forget what she said. She said, like, she wanted, good money, good pension, I just, as a female, I always ask, why do you guys join the military? It's super weird. It's not weird, but, as a man, I always get, I scratch my head. I guess it's the same when, I'm at a bar and some random person goes, why did you join, Matt? Why? And it's like, what? Oh, well, it's kind of an odd thing to do, I guess. And you don't meet a lot of people that do that. So I always get that question. And then I always feel stupid because I ask the same question when I meet, especially a cop, like a cop chick, especially in San Diego. She was telling me how they just moved the homeless people around when like an important event happening. I thought that was pretty funny. I was like, dude, you shouldn't be a cop, man. You can do anything else. Being a cop in California sucks. I got a good friend from high school. Her name was Raina. She joined the Marine Corps like a couple years after I did. She had to get a tattoo on her neck. She was all into it, and she did her, I think, 8 years. I don't know if she joined as a reserve or not, but I always asked her, like, why'd you do that? She goes, I don't know, I was just kind of bored. I was like, oh, all right, well, that makes sense. She's another girl I should have dated. I didn't. Yeah, I let a couple good ones slide from me, fellas. I was playing ping pong in my mind. Oh, I don't want to date her. I'll just kind of date her too. And by the time I wanted to pick, they're both dating someone else. I'm like, oh, fuck. But I knew her too well. It wouldn't have ever worked out. She was kind of stupid. Oh, wow. Hold on. Grandpa was a retired... Oh, really? Sergeant Major. My mom was an Army brat. Born in Germany. And I grew up hearing stories of my grandpa and all the... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So you're first, second, third generation. Okay, kind of like me then. Yeah, that's kind of high. My grandpa, and then both my grandpas were in. Skipped my dad because of the draft, and then I just kind of, I'll do it. Okay. Yeah, but your mom, okay, your mom was an Army brat. Strong woman, man. That's not being an Army wife or a military wife. That's not an easy. It's a very weird. It has to be very. It's got to be very weird, especially if you're active duty Army wife and you got to move around with your husband and shit. And my cousin was in the Coast Guard, and him and his wife had to move to Alaska, and then Washington, and then Oregon or something, and then he finally came home and got out. But I was like, dude, guys, that's a lot of moving, man. Jesus Christ. That takes a lot of, could bring your marriage closer together or, fall apart. So good for your mom, man. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't know too many Army people out here. In California, I don't know any. I know one guy I grew up with, two guys that joined the Army, but that was it. Everyone else joined the Marine Corps where I'm from. Because it's close to home. Camp Pendleton's right here. Oh. Yeah, dude, for sure. A military husband, especially if you're not in. Dude, like, yeah, I was dating that girl, and when I was in the military, dude, and it fucking went to shit fast, dude. Like, nothing went right. And I'd be gone for a week or two, and I'd get home and be like, oh, fuck, dude. Like, yeah, I mean, you gotta have so much, and that's so sad, man. Like, I don't know, and especially if you do it young, and that's tough when you're young, but now that I'm older, I think it would be kind of fun. But I'm not, I'm 36 now, not 20, 22 or whatever. Yeah, dude. I dated that one girl when I was in it. It was so bad. It was. She didn't make it easy, and me being gone all the time, it wasn't. Yeah. You got to be a special. Yeah, that's a special type of woman, dude. For sure. Even the guys, all my buddies that were married and with wives, they all divorced. They all got cheated on or fucking ruined it. Yeah, it all went to hell in a handbag. I'm back. Oh, what's up, Real Feels? What's up, brother? How you doing, man? Your whole life becomes making sure he has everything he needs and that he doesn't have to worry about the house or the kids, yeah. And when they deploy, you have to be everything. Oh yeah, dude. I mean, that's got to be a fucking struggle bus. Kids. Then what if like something happens with the house? What kind of weather is there? Well, right now, man, it's 82 degrees Fahrenheit, so like 25 Celsius. It's a nice warm day. You get a little sunburn, but not bad. It's a nice day. It's San Diego. I'm in San Diego right now, man. San Diego, California. Yeah, I mean, I live by myself, and I mean, one thing goes bad with the house, and then I gotta like babysit my nephews, and then work comes up. Yeah, it could be a stressful thing. And then you gotta listen, like, it's a special woman, man. I've never really met a military wife. Maybe you probably are the first one, Pure Gold, that kind of just had that military experience, but was a wife too, and had it, and probably even worse because you had to be in the military yourself. Loser, no, I'm just kidding. No, and I think you might be the only, like even my higher ups, even now, it just never worked out. And in California, it ruins all morals for relationships, I think. It's too easy in California to cheat and fool around. It's way too easy, man. There's too many options, and then with Instagram and all the dating apps, like a relationship in California is very sketchy, man. I mean, you can get up and go and do whatever you want, whenever you want, however you want. You can be somewhere and be back and no one will even notice. Everything's really close together. You're not, if you go cheat on whoever in whatever state, the people around you are probably going to know. Especially the women. You guys are very, you guys got the neighborhoods locked down. In California, you won't know shit. It's very easy to fool around. It's too hard out here, man. I always, after my trip around, Midtown USA, Northern USA, I guess, Midwest, Northern, whatever you want to call it, I can see the difference now. And I was telling my dad the other day too, like, dude, I talked to my dad, and I felt weird driving around California because everything's so goddamn close together. Now I understand what people are talking about. I never really got. I've been to other states. I've been to Nevada and Arizona and Missouri and Maine, but you had to spend a lot more time up there, and I get it now. I kind of miss it, damn it. Choose nerdy girls. Oh man, this is California, brother. Even the nerdy girls are probably the ones you gotta watch out for, man. California melts your mind out here, especially Southern California. Southern California, it's not a hard life. Like, if you grow up in Southern California as a female, you probably don't know how the world really works. You grow up in comfort, your food is down the street, everything's kind of just easy. The weather's always beautiful. You could be always in a bathing suit. There's plenty of men and opportunity and there's more men than you can imagine. There's a lot of competition for women too. So they're always watching each other, and then there's always a pyramid scheme between women out here, where they will get jealous of other women automatically. Because there's just so much and everyone's so close. And everyone has a good amount of money. There's no poor people in California, or like a poor area. You could maybe say like there's just not. I don't buy that. Even all the gangster rap music, Compton and East Los, Inglewood and Watts, South Central, still Los Angeles County. Still in Los Angeles County. Malibu's in Los Angeles County. Malibu's right down the street from fucking all those places, so it ain't, I don't know. It's opened my eyes a lot. And then a lot of foreigners come here and a lot of people from other states, so I mean, it's weird, man. It's weird. It's weird because I finally realized how weird California is. I've always known it was weird, but it really hit me. And I just got back not that long ago, so it's still wrapping over my head. I think it's that way everywhere, especially in big cities. Yeah, I agree with that too. How about some integrity, honesty, and some ethic? Yeah, etc. That's how you make marriage work. Yeah, man. A lot of girls I grew up with out here, it's I don't know, bro. Maybe it's me, and I'm sure I wasn't the greatest person. I don't trust. I'm not a very trustworthy person anymore, which is sad. It fucked me up, man. It ruined my brain. What is your current nearby goal in life? Oh, wow. That's a good question, man. Dude, I don't, my current goal, well, just, I do want to spend more time with my mom and dad. That's kind of, I don't know where I thought about that a couple years ago, but I do want to hang out with them more and enjoy their company while they're still here. really fun to hang out with. So that, but like personally, that's a good question, brother. I don't know, man. You know, honestly, I don't have a goal. Hey, okay, yeah. I really don't have a goal or a way I'm going right now in life. I've always had one. You know, I was always a person. Since I was into sports, I always played baseball, football, soccer, basketball. I always worked out after school. I always trained for the sport I was playing. I always had a goal. I always wanted to get better at the sport. I always wanted to do something, you know, to get better in life. I always had a goal. Then all that transferred in the military and the Marine Corps. You know, I would do stuff to make my life better. I've always had an objective, you know, do this and I'll do that. Then I went to school, got through that. Then, you know, I got a job. I got a couple jobs. I had to, you know, switch the jobs. But I really always had a goal. I always wanted to buy a house. I got my dog. I bought a car. You know, I bought all this stuff on my own. I paid off my car. I've done a lot of things on my own, and I've worked, I think, pretty hard to get to where I'm at. And that I think I had to sacrifice a lot of, you know, my brother. I compare it to my brother. He's the one that never had, but he's married and has kids now. I went to bed early. I didn't stay up really late. I kept my nose clean. You know, I did have fun with my friends or go to Vegas and do stuff like that. But I always had stuff I had to do. Right now in life, and what changed, it wasn't like the military or going to war didn't change me. It was when my two friends killed themselves. That's what really, and even before that, I wanted to learn like kickboxing. I wanted to fight professionally. Even, you know, I wanted to just do it once to get a record or do it for an amateur event. And then I pretty much, once my two buddies killed themselves, I pretty much stopped, you know, thinking ahead, and I just want to take one day at a time and try to have a good time in just that day. Kind of with no goals, man. I honestly, for the first time in a long time, I feel really good. You know, I don't have that much pressure on my shoulders anymore. I don't have some weird goal to learn how to kickbox and go train after work and not drink at a bar when I'm with someone, or because I have to go work out the next day because I have a goal for the next day. So, you know, right now, last like 2, maybe 3 years, I just want to work and go home, man, and be around my family and hang out with my nephews and my brother and his wife and my mom and dad, and that's kind of it, man. That's my goal, man, is just to go to do my job and go home. That's all I want to do. I don't want to fucking learn anything else. I don't want to, like, I think I done enough in my short time in my life. After work, I would go skydiving by the Scientology place I plan on going to soon. It's Paris, California. There's a skydive. I would go after work and learn how to skydive. And I would do where you jump with someone, then you do the solo jumps. Then the next day I would go learn how to fight Muay Thai. Then the next day I would go to a boxing class. And then you know, I'm good, man. That's an answer, but not an answer. You know, I want to pay a couple things off, and then have an early retirement, maybe. I guess that's my next goal. In the next 10 years, I can maybe retire with my little pension I have from the military still, and kind of live a halfway decent life. That's the only goals I have, I guess. Toronto's like New York City. It's a shit show. Even ugly girls think that, yeah. Visit the Himalayas someday. It's peaceful for your soul. I've heard, man. Or I will. I'll go to India. The Himalaya mountains. I heard they're. I mean, I can only imagine how big they are. It probably humbles you. It probably humbles you, Yeah, it's the internet. Every girl's a Instagram model. That's for damn sure. Yeah, I guess that's a good question. Feels it's. I got a lot of inner looking I need to do in myself and make sure I'm. Because I don't know. I've done a lot. I've learned a lot. I think my problem is it's like a pity party for myself. I want to be selfish, and I don't want to give back to anybody anymore. I don't want to arrest people and take them to fucking juvenile detentions or the fucking CDC jail, the police department. I don't want to train. I don't want to jump out of planes. I don't want to fight a war. I don't want to hold a gun. I just want to chill. I want to have a cold beer at night. Hopefully meet a pretty lady I can trust and work on, just work on maybe a family, huh? I guess that's a goal. That is a goal. But I'm not going to force myself to go to a bar and find the love of my life down a bottle of booze. I'm just winging it, man. My goal is just to wing it. And I've never really done that. I never really wing things. I always kind of have, all right, today I'm going to wake up. I'm going to go to work, get out of work, go to the gym. After the gym, I'll go to Muay Thai class, go home, and then do whatever. Now I just want to get up, play with my dog, and then come home and hang out with my dog. I live a sad, boring life, but that's it. I want to enjoy my house and look at and then kind of reflect on what I've accomplished and what I need to work on. And it took me a long time to kind of do this, and it took two of my friends killing themselves for even to me to speak like that out loud. Spending time with your parents is a great thing to do. You'll never regret that. Yeah. So don't you live with your parents? No, I have my own place. I have a condo. It's 900 square feet. I know, guys. It's a mansion out here in California. But no, I don't live too far from my parents. It's like 15 minutes away. My brother's like 2 minutes away from my house. We live really close to each other, but I plan on selling my condo. I don't want to live alone anymore. I don't think it's good for my brain personally. So no, man, I was out of the house when I was 18, and I moved back once when I got out of the military to get my feet under me, and then I've been out, forever, dude. But with my parents getting older, and my mom's very worried about living by herself too. And if my dad passes, my dad's getting older, and I can tell. But if my dad passes, my mom's gonna fucking lose her mind, dude. And well, I was on vacation for like 9 days. The house almost fell apart. I guess the air conditioning broke. The garbage disposal broke. Either she broke them all herself, or it's just sheer luck. Everything broke when we left. The grass died. Like, what happened when we were gone, Mom? She goes, I don't know. Everything just started breaking. I don't know what to do. She didn't eat well. She couldn't, like, she said she kind of tried to go out and have a beer. She's just super depressed. Yeah, I was like, whoa. So, I'm the youngest, so, I kind of want to help them out, especially around this age. I don't know, man. Growing up's weird, You go through weird times in your life, and if I sell my condo, I can invest the money and maybe buy that ranch out in Montana or South Dakota. Your parents to move in your house. No, my mom will never leave her house. Yeah, she will never ever leave her house. In America, we don't live generational. Yeah, and most of the time, parents go to nursing homes unless family decides to. Yeah, man. My mom's an Irish lady. So you can only, her maiden name was Callahan. So my grandpa's straight from Ireland. She goes, Matt, if you ever try to put me in a nursing home, I'm gonna kill you. Nah, man, Americans don't usually live with their parents all that much. And then when they get old, we don't take care of them. I think that's changing. I do. Well, I'm going to put up my condo for sale, so we'll see how that goes. Then I'll probably move in with my brother and then kind of bounce from my brother's house to my mom's house. Just help out, man. I guess that's my only goal, is just to help out my family. I'm kind of a waste of space, kind of living on my own. And like I said, I don't go out to chase ladies or anything, and people always think I do. Like, oh, Matt, you're 36, you got your own place, I bet it's so fun. I'm like, dude, how many chicks do you think I fucking talk to on a regular basis? Or like, how many bars do you think I go to? There's only so many bars and so many females, and once you go down that rabbit, man, it's not good. It's just, I've been single for 10, 12 years now. It's not good, man. The single life is a very, very lonely and dangerous life. Even if you're not married and you have like just a kid or something, like, enjoy that, man, because either that or you become like me. My brother's like, dude, my brother's friends are all, oh man, that must be so fun, dude. You can still do this, do that. And I'm like, dude, it is, but you're also missing the fact on, 85% of the time, I have no one to talk to, man. I have zero. I don't have anybody to talk to. I mean, could I call someone and talk to them? Like, oh no, but yeah, but I'm missing that weird, relationship, and most of the time I don't talk to anyone. What do you want me to talk to someone about? Russia? I got you guys, That's what I mean. Like, it's not all fun and games, and then I have a dog, so I have to walk my dog in the morning, during lunch, when I get home, before she goes to bed. So I care more about my dog than if a girl wants to go out that night. I'm like, dude, I can't. I have to walk my dog, and then I have work in the morning. I can't just be staying out till 10 p.m. at a bar, or I got to stay home and save money. And that's another problem. I'm so worried about money, and if my air conditioning breaks during summer, dude, I'm fucked. Or my car, or I don't know, my garbage disposal, like my mom. I can't afford to replace things. I'm very strapped for cash. Very strapped for cash, so it's scary sometimes. And I'm like anybody else, but I don't have anyone to do it with. That's what I don't like. I don't have anything to burden the duties of living together or whatever with someone. I'm very solo, and I'm just tired of it. I've done it too much for too long. Too much for too long. Ooh, that was a long fucking drive, I'll tell you that one, guys. I have 5 other people in my house to talk to, and soon to be sell. Oh yeah. Alright, brother, have a great... Oh, hello, dude, you already know. 7-Eleven must be an Indian. Dude, you guys are awesome, man. Start little gardening farm and grow your own food. Yeah. For 8 years, yeah, Pure Gold. I'm gonna, help someone else. Well, yeah, it probably is an Indian guy. Yeah, you guys are good, man. But hey, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Stream's been super long. Low C, Feels, Pure Gold. Thank you guys for coming on and hanging out with me, man. I honestly, like I said, I'm kind of by myself most of the time, so I appreciate our conversations and the questions. I can't thank you guys enough. I do appreciate it. I'm going to get going and get to work, man. I appreciate you guys, and Simplify. Can't push the button. There we go. Better, dudes.